I would rather you not be in a deficit because I know how hard you train. I know how much little sleep you get, and I know how much stress you guys go through. So you're doing all this to traumatize your body, and then you're not taking enough food. And talking to Dwayne The Rock is that I'll never say I'm busy. Because I know guys that are so much more busier than me. I did the Clash of the Titans, my own show,
Congratulations.
which was a success.
Awesome.
The day before I was with Frank Zane filming, which was great. And I'm going to be working with Frank each week now. Hello, everybody. How are we? So I wanted to jump on here. We got a couple minutes here, and so we got a couple experts. So Lindsay,
Yeah.
come sit with me. Come sit with me. Come, love. It might be a little cold here, so it'll be short-lived. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Look at this hottie. Okay, so I got a question for you.
Yep.
So I think they all know that I'm kind of going through this thing with Striker, Mona and I, and we're making sure she's okay and healthy. How do you, because you do a lot of fostering with dogs.
I do.
So my question to you would be this. How do you leave the house, get your jobs done that you have to get done, and stay in the moment of taking care of what you got to take care of and then get back home? How do you compartmentalize that without being on location or somewhere and I'm freaking like, I want to get out of here. I gotta go. And I'm not in the moment because I want to get home to take care of Striker. How do you do it? Can you give any good tips for
you're
these?
probably not going to love this answer.
Okay, go.
I'm a big believer in crates, and it's like the safest place for any of my fosters, especially coming out of a shelter. I know Striker's a little bit of a different story. She knows a free rein, and so she's pretty safe in this environment in general. But as a foster mom, it is my responsibility to keep those dogs as safe as possible, and for that, it is a crate. And so I know that when I leave the house, she is in her crate, she is safe, she is protected. There is nothing that she can get into or can get into her.
All right, you ready to take this up a notch?
Yeah.
So great. Striker's good, or your pups are good. They're in a crate.
Mm-hmm.
How do you, as the individual that is out and about,
Right.
deal with
Oh.
wanting to be home with them?
Hmm. My heart
Little tougher, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Little tougher.
My heart is always with them, like always. My brain, you do have to have like a little bit of a switch where you go, okay, I know in my heart they are safe. So I'm just going to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I start with small increments. I have to, because if I go for hours, I'm anxious. I'm freaking out. I got to get home. I'm telling everybody, I got to go. I got dogs at home. I got to go.
Okay.
So I do smaller, I do much smaller increments. So if I know that I've got something, I'll make it an hour or something to start.
Get it done. So I know we're talking about dogs and stuff, but just for you guys at home and everybody, this is obviously a metaphor for anything. You got, I talked to a couple of clients today that his parents are in the hospital. And so there's a lot of stuff that we're dealing with, even though we're not technically in a lockdown anymore, right? Hopefully nobody's in a lockdown anymore. I purposely put myself in a lockdown, but that's by choice. But I guess it's a metaphor because I was trying to deal with everything that I have going, and at the same time making sure that I take care of the home front. Even though I know it's okay, it's like I want to be there to make sure it's okay.
100%. Are you
So.
kidding? Like, full transparency, I just want to be home with my dogs. That's it. You know, if I come out, just know that it's a big deal.
And I'm 100% with her on that aspect. Yesterday, the day before, I was with Frank Zane filming, which was great. And I'm going to be working with Frank each week now. But with that being said, at the same time, it was a couple-hour drive there. We were there on set filming, and then a couple-hour drive back. And even though this was like an opportunity of a lifetime, it was like nothing was more priority than getting my butt home to that. And then yesterday I did the Clash of the Titans, my own show,
Congratulations.
which was a
Looked
success.
awesome.
But at the same time, I needed to be there. And then when my, I guess, as much as I could do at that show, then I could get home to Stryker. And for you guys that are dealing with this, again, it's easy to say. I think for me, it's hard to do. It is completely be there and not be thinking about being home.
Yeah, there's always a part of me there.
Yeah.
It's here, really. Always.
Hopefully that kind of helps some of you guys with whatever you guys are dealing with right now too. We had the rare opportunity to see this hottie in person right now. So thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Bye.
You saw the title there, Icon Meals President. We do have the president, the man that created Icon Meals. So here's the scoop. You guys know I talk about Icon all the time, right? I talk about that you gotta have your meals set up, mostly for you guys that are traveling. I mean, if you're at home and you want to be the person that cooks the meals, cool. I'm the guy that would rather have everything ready to go. That way I save my time for more important things. And so we got the man. Hey, Todd, come here, man. Come sit down. So this is the man that kind of created Icon Meals, but he did it because he had me in mind. Or guys like me, guys that travel, guys that do stuff. And then also, I think for all of you out there that doing things that can already be done for you is time. And the most important thing we have is time. And so if you can save 2-3 hours here, by the end of the week, you saved a good 8 to 10 hours. I don't care who you are. That's important. At least it is to me in my lifestyle. So you have something that we can talk about now, right? Momo?
Yeah.
Will you throw me a popcorn? I had a couple here and I think Khaleesi took them.
Right there. We got one.
Okay. So these are brand new. You want to tell us about this?
Yeah, so we had a lot of people enjoying for the past 5 years the sweet flavors, and a lot of other people, of course, like the salty and savory flavors. So we rolled out, based on feedback, 4 different savory flavors. So we rolled out a white cheddar, cheddar cheese, a movie time, which is like a butter, and the salsa cheddar, which is sort of a little bit spicy. A little bit different concept. Instead of a 4-serving resealable bag, it's 2 servings. So most people eat it as 300 calories for a full bag. Again, 10 grams of protein. Real simple ingredients, no fillers, no anything. It's good. I'll call it wholesome as far as flavors, and the feedback's been well. It's been great so far. So
if you guys know me and my household, you guys already know that it is pretty chaotic here. And so like Jeff and Serge, if we don't watch, all these disappear and go with them. And mostly Jeff. Jeff was the first one because I was dieting for a couple of days and I couldn't have anything outside of my norm. And so he snagged them and he texted me that night and goes, all right, just finished my 3rd bag. Love them. So with this being said, I wanted to jump back for a sec to about 20 minutes ago. So if you don't know, Todd is an IFBB pro, physique, great body, always in incredible shape. Like as sliced as you guys think I am right now, my percentage is probably still higher than what he is walking around 24/7. So he's a lot like Mona where they're just always in shape. With that being said, right now you're working off of a macro kind of diet where you're getting up in the morning, you're fasting, and then you kind of get your meals in later.
yeah,
And I was just saying something which was, I want your side of this. I think you're kind of like the same way is what I was saying, is that for you guys out there, if you're not in this great a shape, I would rather, mostly all my Titans, I would rather you not be in a deficit because I know how hard you train, I know how much little sleep you get, and I know how much stress you guys go through. So you're doing all this to traumatize your body, and then you're not taking enough food to just retain a healthiness. Now, he understands how to do this. He's a pro. You don't get there by just going, hey, I stepped on it and I'm a pro. So he understands how to do this. You're doing a macro-based diet where you fast in the morning and then you take your food in the afternoon and evening. And how's that working right now?
I'd say probably not as good as it should for me. I use the fasting as more, I'll call it convenience and just busy travel and stuff. So I use that to sort of just, I'll call it not as an excuse, but
Momo, sorry,
of course,
Momo.
as a way to give me some additional, I'll call it leverage and time back. But when I get back to, like I said, sort of
Yes.
looking at my macros last week, and
She's coming in. I know she wants to go underneath.
Come here.
Go back, baby. Careful.
Come here. Come here, lovey. Come.
but what I was saying was, yeah, when I focused on my macros last week or whatever, looking at it, it really, I'm not taking in the appropriate protein, so I should be closer to my 300 grams a day. And that's when I get my leanest in different
300.
things. Correct. So right now, what my macro should be is probably between 150, 170, not really focusing on maintaining those 5 to 6 sort of meals a day at, say, 40 to 50 grams of protein per serving. So again, I will get back into that and not make that as an excuse, right? It's really just, for me, time collapses and I try to get all those calories in, but I don't effectively get all those calories in.
One thing that I always learned, and I learned years ago from him and others, and talking to Dwayne The Rock, is that I'll never say I'm busy, because I know guys that are so much more busier than me, and so I will never say, "Hey, sorry I didn't get back to you. I'm busy. I'm sorry I'm doing this." I set myself up in a great way to where I get to live the lifestyle I live, and then I got a great support team. This guy's busy. If you talk busy, I don't care who's online right now, you're not busier than this guy. And it's because of how he set up his family, his business, his lifestyle, that he is an on-the-go guy. I'll give you an example. You flew in this morning,
Yeah,
you got picked up by morning and straight to the gym and worked out,
yeah,
and then you were traveling somewhere else tomorrow, and then you're traveling out tonight.
yeah.
So he doesn't even get to stay here where he is the godfather to the Titan for a full day because he has to go to another state for another meeting tomorrow. So it's incredibly busy. So for you guys, stop saying you're busy because you know guys like this now. And that's why I think one of the big reasons is it clicked for you for Icon Meals
Correct.
because you've always lived this way.
Yeah, so look at any business or anything you have in life, you have to have, I'll call it a solution to a problem, right? And that solution really, with forming Icon and stuff, was the element of convenience. What you were talking about, there's just not enough time in the day. So if I spent my time, like I told you, my fasting was an excuse. I have no excuse, right? I own Icon. So from that standpoint, I have the product that I should be eating all the time. And that's the biggest thing. So Icon allowed me to take that back, or even like when I'm traveling now, right? I could, if I planned, sent meals to the different locations I'll be in the next 3 days, have food arrive, okay, stay on my plan, etc. I do have food arrive into one of the meetings, but like an example, one of our biggest clientele is people that travel. Prior to COVID, it was business travels, right? Hotel to hotel, really like the WWE wrestlers and stuff. They go city to city every day. From that standpoint, they had food being able to be shipped to your hotel ahead of time you arrive. You stay on point. And again, then you don't have that excuse, right? It's not 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours, 5 hours on a Sunday. You get some of your time back, and people say, "Oh, it's more expensive." If you look at how valuable your time is to you and what you get to accomplish through there, I'd much rather spend the 50 cents or $1 more or whatever it is, right? To be able to have my time back, but then effectively have healthy prepared food from a trusted source, right? That delivers me what I need. Without, I'd say that's sort of an excuseless life. You don't have an excuse.
So we talked to Linz about compartmentalizing while you're out and about and you got family or friends that are maybe sick right now or ill. And then we're talking about convenience, being productive, time management, busyness. So all this is really what all of you I talk to about each week, because I make small changes to your nutrition, but a lot of you guys come back and go, I didn't sleep. I slept 4 hours. I slept 5 hours, this, that, and the other thing. And so I feel bad saying I need you to get more sleep, but see, I want the best you can be, and that comes with sleep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't. I know Arnold said, you know, if you need 8 hours sleep faster, I understand that, and I'm hypocritical in a sense because I get up at 3 a.m, and so I'm telling you guys. But I do get a nap in. I've set myself up to where I do get my sleep. For you guys, start thinking more clearly about time management, about living in the moment. So like if you're at the gym, and I know we talked about the dogs and stuff or family, when you're at the gym, be at the gym. if you can, I know you can't. He goes at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I text him. So you guys know I'm doing a hard diet. So I'll text him when I wake up, and he's already up at the gym. And so he's that kind of guy. So